Hey, Glenn. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining me for another Shipping Sunday. What's up, Glenn? What did you do today? I see someone else is in here, but they're not saying anything. I wonder if it could be Bumcrack. Bumcrack, if it's you, say hi. I think it is you. We'll wait for another few people to get in here before I start talking about tonight. I have some number to show you, and they're not matching up, and I'm hoping that one of you smart people in the chat can help me figure out why my numbers are not adding up. It just doesn't make any sense. I have this problem every single month. Every month it's a different number that doesn't work. Hey, Rita, how are you? Speaking of another smart person, what did y'all do today? I went thrifting. Hey, Christy, I went thrifting today. This was not my normal day. So everything I got today was $1.50. I'm going to do a clothing haul live hangout this week, either Wednesday or Thursday at 1 p.m. Central, so you can see what I got. So people were not respecting my space today. And two people, a man one time and a woman one time, brushed up against me. There were no carts around. I don't know if they were just spatially challenged like I sometimes am, but it really bothered me because I had my debit cards in a pocket with my driver's license, and I had to check and make sure, that they hadn't pickpocketed me. Even though they brushed up on a different side from where my cards were, it kind of made me nervous. And I just don't understand why people can't stay, an arm's distance away, especially since we had the pandemic and everything. Just relaxing and doing listings. And Christy's at the laundromat. Okay, well, awesome. You can wash and dry clothes while you listen. Glad to have you here. Got a list when you get home. Awesome. Don't forget to do that. It's really, really important. So anyway, other than that, yesterday we went to the horse races. And if you want to see what I wore, you can go to my Instagram or my Facebook page. My subscribers helped me pick out an outfit last week. It was awesome. I wore it and I felt really comfortable in it the whole time. I bought some new sandals to go with it. So that's another plus. I had a reason to get some new sandals. And actually tonight, the item that I'm wearing, the group picked out for me about 3 weeks ago. And so this is just, I decided to wear it tonight. I haven't worn it out anywhere yet. So made a scrub top sale today. Awesome, Christy. That's awesome. Good to hear that. So yeah, the races were fun. We only stayed about 3 hours, but it was fun. And one ticket, I paid $6 for the ticket and I won $5. So I was $1 in the hole for that ticket, which kind of defeated the purpose a little bit, but that's okay. It was fun. So why don't we go ahead, while we're waiting for others to come in, why don't we go ahead and start this off with a little bit of juju for you guys. Hopefully one of you or more of you will get a sale tonight during the show. that helps, guys. I don't have a whole lot to ship out on eBay tonight. Actually, Poshmark sales have been doing better than eBay for me recently. How are sales today, guys? Let me know in the chat. I'm down a little bit right now from last month, but that typically happens for me on the first of the month because I switch my categories over. It takes a while for everything to get re-indexed, so that's not unusual for me. Um, so I wanted to talk about a couple of things before I show my numbers. I want to talk about two glitches that happened this week on my end. One was one day the eBay server was down for about 30 minutes. I think it was Thursday or Friday. It was one day when I didn't do any work that morning and I had about an hour to work. And would you know it, eBay server was down. So I didn't get much done that whole day. I was really bummed about that. Let me know if you were caught in the server outage that day. I don't remember. I'd have to look in my note in my messenger because I messaged somebody and said, "Is your server down?" Because mine is. And she said, "No, mine's not down, but eBay's super slow." So I just quit listing. It was taking too long. Hey, Craig, how are you? And the crapper. Okay, well, I hope that Juju helps you, Craig. I hope you were in here when I played the Juju, and I hope that helps you. But the big glitch that I had this week, and I actually had to have eBay call me about it because I spent way too much time on it, but it was in the evening. Thank God I was home and I had my computer. So this lady opened up a return. It was an INAD. And I was I was in the other room and I was on my phone. And normally when it's an INAD, it just automatically says, the return has been accepted. And it usually gives me three choices. Upload a label from another site, send a label, and I don't know what the other one is. There's usually three. Well, there were three choices, but they weren't those three. One was to upload a label from another site. I don't remember the middle one, and it didn't apply. And then the last one said, confirm you have enough funds for eBay to send a label. Like it was 2 lines. It was really long. I'd never seen that before. So I'm like, okay, is this a new thing that eBay's doing? And of course, like I said, I was in there relaxing with my wife. I didn't want to deal with it. I like to take care of returns immediately. So I hit that one, the third one, confirm that I have enough funds for eBay to send them a label. Well, so a little while later, the lady messaged me and she goes, when are you going to send a label? And I said, I already sent the label. And she's like, well, I didn't get the label. I'm like, okay. So I said, well, we can give it a little while. And I think she's a regular eBay customer because she wasn't upset and she kept acting like this is not normal. This is not what usually happens. And finally, back and forth several times. And she's like, I guess I'm just going to have to take it down to the post office and buy it. I said, no, you don't need to do that. And she's like, maybe I should call eBay. I said, no, I will have eBay call me. So I come back in here, get on my, they call me. And I tell the lady my problem, and she said, well, we've got some reports about problems with shipping labels for returns, but it's not that problem. But I'm thinking it's probably part of that problem. She says, so I'm going to go ahead and report it. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do in the meantime? I really want to help this customer. And I said, would the best thing be to do, like to buy a label on Pirate Ship and upload it? She goes, that's what you need to do. She said, just buy a label, upload it, you're good to go. Well, I go to Pirate Ship, I make a label. It was $8.82 for a padded flat rate envelope. I save it to a PDF. I go to my messages, I reply to her messages, and I attach the PDF, and it says PDF is too large to upload. So I was like, crap. So then I went over and I found what I thought was her email address. It had her name, it had this long number, and then ebay.com. So I emailed her, put a PDF in the email, sent it to her, messaged her, look, okay, I emailed you a PDF of the label. She says, I didn't get it. She goes, I checked my spam. Like, she was being so patient. And she's like, I checked my spam folder. It's not in there. She's like, I guess I'm going to have to call eBay. I said, no, don't call eBay. I said, I've already talked to eBay. We're going to get this figured out, And it was like $40. And so I wasn't going to let her keep the stuff. I was just not going to let her, I wasn't going to refund her $40. So, then I went back and I found another email address without her name with a bunch of numbers, ebay.com. So I hit that and I emailed it that way, and she got it. So all that to say is there was a glitch last week. Hope you didn't get caught in it, but that's what you have to do. Now, I could have probably uploaded the pirate ship label had I known this was all going to happen in the very first message when it said refund has been accepted, upload label. I probably could have done it then. She said she had to resize the label to get it to print for her. But once I had hit that third option, I never could get that screen back because and then that's the other thing. She sent me a screenshot at the beginning and it said, seller cannot send label. Said it like 3 times. Seller cannot send label. Seller, and I'm like, she's like, why can't you send a label? I'm like, I don't know. I did. So frustrating as hell. But what can you do? What can you do? Do you have any birthdays coming up this week? Let me know in a chat and we will wish you happy birthday. And also, if you have any concerns, people going to the doctor, any surgeries coming up, or anything that the community needs to pray about, please be sure and put that in the chat. If you're watching later, hi. You can comment below if you'd like to put your birthday or concerns below there. And I'm going to go ahead and move my screen over right now so that I can share this. Which one do I want to move? Let's try this one. I'm going to do it backwards tonight. Why not make it complicated, right? So I'm going to share the screen. Well, before I share the screen, I'm going to just go ahead and read it from my journal first, and then we'll go to the screen that doesn't make sense. So for March, my gross sales on eBay were $5,049.84. I sold 225 items, and my average sales price was $22.44. And then on Poshmark, my gross sales were $1,491, and my average sales price was $22.30. I sold 67 items. So let's count. 292 items were sold, and I listed 310. So I have what is that? Real quick, 18 items extra, right? I should be 18 items up right now in my inventory. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you what my problem is. My gross sales on eBay for March were $5,049.84. My sales in February were $4,650. So lower than March, right? And it should be because there were only 28 days in February, right? And 31 in March. Well, let me show you what it's saying on my eBay, because this does not make any sense to me. So hopefully some smart person in here can help me figure this out. Maybe just by doing it, on screen, I will figure it out. I don't know. It's so frustrating right now. Hey, Leticia, how are you? Barry's here and Destiny's here. Hi, how are you? Okay, guys, so let me just show you my conundrum, okay? So last month, that's March, right? Oh, well, there we go. This already tells me why. Last month. All right, last month, March 1st to March 31st, right? It says prior month. Compared to prior month, my total gross sales were $5,049.84. 0.9% down from February. Now remember, I told you that my gross sales in February were $4,650. So how can that be down? And here's how I got, here's how I got it. I got custom. So here's how I did that. I went February 1st, start, February 28th, end, generate report. See, 45.92 was February. All right. And then reset. And then last month was a lot more. like 400 something dollars more, and it's saying I was down from February. So what I want to know is, and it's I actually, I was like, well, maybe it's because February had 28 days, but look, it's doing February 1 to March 3rd. Does that make any sense at all to you guys? Like, I don't really get it. Let's see if I do. Can I reset it? Let's see what happens if I do March 1st as the start, March 31st as the end. See, now it's the same number, but now it's saying I'm up 3.7%. Like, what is the deal? Like, they tell you you're supposed to watch your numbers, right? But you watch your numbers and then they don't make sense. And it's like, then what's the point of having numbers? Come on, some smart person, let me know what in the chat. Why is this so off? And how do I get a correct? Because I'm really watching these numbers because I changed my work schedule. And I want to know whether or not I should keep this work schedule. And am I really up? Now I'm wondering if this number is correct here. Like now I'm second guessing myself. Um, so let's look at some of these right here. So I had 9 repeat buyers last month. Bridget, if you're watching later, I told you incorrectly. I told you had 27 repeat buyers. That was for the whole year, from January to March 31st. I messed up. So I had 9 repeat buyers. And let's see what's selling for me. So selling for me right now, highest is top still. Dresses, jeans have been bumped up, pants, and then sweaters. So does anybody know why the numbers don't add up? Hey, Lisa, I would really love to know. It's driving me insane. I'm a numbers person, right? I'm a numbers person. Well, we got a lot of people coming here. Santa, what are you doing? I thought about calling you today, Santa, but I decided not to. So, um, I've been on my schedule now for 6 weeks, a little bit over. I've decided to keep it based on my gross sales. My numbers have gone up in both Poshmark and eBay, if those numbers are correct. And so I'm going to bump it up to 12 listings a day going live. I was at 10, thought about doing 15, and I thought, no, I want to take some time off in April. I didn't work at all yesterday, didn't work at all today. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep my schedule. What's up, Destiny? Haven't seen you in a while. I have a project, Destiny, that I'm working on that you might be interested in knowing about. So message me sometime and I'll let you know what it is. Also in the thrift store today, I had 2 times I had mom and daughter teams. Have you ever been on an aisle where there's a mom and a daughter? And this is the typical conversation that you will hear. The daughter says, "Look at this. Isn't this pretty?" Mom says, "Yeah. Should I get it? What size is it? 12? Do you need another dress? It's not a dress, it's a top." "It's a top?" "Yeah, it's a top. Should I get it?" "No." "No, I shouldn't get it?" "No." "Why shouldn't I get it? I want it. I'm going to get it." "Okay, but when you get it home and don't like it, don't forget I told you not to get it." That's the kind of stuff today that I was hearing all day long. Well, I thrifted for over 3 hours, guys. That was one of the longest times I ever thrifted. And the reason was that I went on Sunday, so there wasn't as much left there to pick. So typically when I go in, I go left to the dress aisle, and it takes me about 30 minutes to go down the dress aisle. By the time I get to the end of the dress aisle, I have 25 to 30 dresses. Today, by the time I got down to the end of the dress aisle, I had 9 dresses. 9. I was like, okay, this is going to be painful today. I had to go through a bunch of crap, and I'm going to talk to y'all about that on Wednesday or Thursday. I picked up a lot of stuff. I took a lot of chances today. The outfits that you picked out for me the other day, I needed new camis to go with them. And so when I went to camis, I found a whole bunch of really good stuff. I never go to camis. Going to start going to camis now. There's some good stuff hiding in there. So working on decals and listening. I know that's all you ever do, right? All I do is work on clothes. Sounds good. If I forget, message me. I get busy and tend to forget. I understand that. Totally understand that. All right, so tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central, I'm going to have another, what do you call it, premiere. And it's at 7 p.m. Central, which is 1 hour earlier than I usually do. And it's going to be on bullet journaling versus the happy planner. I'm going to give you my pros and cons of each and tell you why I switched from bullet journaling and how I integrated bullet journaling with the happy planner. I hope you join me, even if you're not a planner person. Please join us, chat, give the video some views and thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. Hey, Mike the Crazy Card is here. How are you? What have you been doing? And as always, I'm going to put my little scroller up here. Let me know if you make a sale during the show, and I will play a song for you, but be sure and put in the side chat what it is that you sold. I've got to focus on clothes again, Christy says, so I can get some sales. Well, I'm not going to tell you that clothes are selling. I went ahead and did 10%, 30%, and 50% off and 75% off. There's only like 15 items that I've had for 2 years or more. So I put them at 75% off. No best offer on the 50% off and no best offer on the 75% off. And I did sell, I think, one today. So you're shifting. Why can't I get that up there? Where'd it go? I'm shifting right now. I don't know what that means. I think I know what that means, but that's not a term I'm used to. All right, need to put my planner somewhere where I don't lose it. Speaking of planners, I think that's all that I wanted to cover today. So I'm gonna go ahead and think I need to switch everybody to the other side again. Yeah, nobody messaged me last week to remind me to get new glasses, and these glasses are crooked, so somebody needs to remind. I know I need to write it down, but I don't really have time to write it down right now. Why do I see myself twice? I see myself twice. That's really weird. All right, let's see what we're going to ship out today. Like I said, Poshmark's been doing really well today, especially. This sold for a big $12 on Poshmark, which gives me 703. What do you call it? Profit after my cost of goods. So not a whole lot, but I've had it a while. So this just Line Bryant top right here. Kind of cute. It's been listed since October 2021. That's when I let this stuff go. 2021. I am trying really hard to get out of here and get fresh inventory because I have repeat buyers coming back and they want to see new stuff when they come back. They don't want to see the same old stuff. Let's see. This is going to. Man, I have all these windows still open. Thought I closed them. This is going to Jacqueline in Kendall, Texas. Thanks, Jacqueline. I hope I have room to write your name. Having trouble with my Rollo also today, not connecting. Hopefully that won't happen during the live stream. And the way I fix that is I have to tap it 3 times, and then it works. Looks like it's working now, though. It says it's working, but nothing's coming out. Do you hear me tap it 3 times? Obviously, I got a dud. We watched a good movie last night. A man named Otto, a man called Otto, whatever. It's a great movie with Tom Hanks. You guys need to see it. Hey, Crystal's here. You need a new pair too. Reorganizing garbage. Okay, that makes sense. Crystal's here. Anissa's here. Hey, Anissa. It's what we do. Okay. Never heard it used like that before. It's good to see all of you here. All right, let's see what else we got going out. This is heavy. I hope I put 2 pounds on it. This is a Moo by Anthony Richards. It went for $28.60. It's been listed since May of 2022. I spent $2 on this one. This is really pretty colors right here. This blue is really pretty, right? Anthony Richards always sells really well for me. I don't know why. Not that awesome of a brand, but I haven't been finding very many Moo lately. If I have, they've been like really vintage ones, and they're not really selling. So $28.60 on that one. This goes to Lori. Thanks, Lori, and she lives in Lahaina, Hawaii. You saw the Hot Fuzz funny movie? I've never heard of that. Well, my friend told me to go ahead and read the book, the auto book, because there's some things that were not in the movie that were interesting. So I may put it on my list. I'm on Audible right now. I'm really enjoying Audible right now. By the way, right now I'm finishing what do you call it? Atomic Habits. If you have not read Atomic Habits, or if you have, let me know. You need to read it if you're a business person. If you know a young person starting out in their life, it's a great book for that. I even told my boss about it. I told him, I said, hey, your boys, because they're in high school, and I said they really need to read this book. It would have really saved me a lot of problems if I had had that book growing up. And it's helped me a lot. It's helping me a lot with my diet. It's given me some things to think about that I could do differently. Yeah, it is pretty. Heading home. Oh, you love that book? Hey, Devin, how are you? Atomic Habits. Yeah, it's a great book. It's a great read. And they have workbooks too, but I'm too old for that. But I can see where that would be really good for like a classroom situation. People get workbooks, and this one group that I used to be in for reselling, they had a book club, and that was one of the first books that they read together. So I think this might be a Poshmark sale. Like Poshmark has been very steady this weekend. No, not Poshmark. Okay, this is a Catherine shirt, 2X. It went for $23.01. It was listed this month. I probably shouldn't have taken this, but it was in my plus size clothing sale, and I think I pointed out to you guys, had a little, I don't know what you call this right here, where the white is. It's like a fake tank, and you have to kind of like, you have to like press it, or it kind of sticks out. I just didn't like that about the top, and so I went ahead and let it go. I figure if somebody didn't pay a lot of money for it, hopefully they won't complain about that. I mean, I pressed it and it sat down, but you can tell that it's going to pop back up if you don't press it again. So this goes to Dawn in New York. So thanks, Dawn. So what do we want to talk about tonight while I ship? I got 113 items today, and my clicker, I guess it's in the other room, it it was completely correct. I clicked 113 and I had 113, which that hardly ever happens. So obviously I did it right this time. I have a thing about numbers, right? I know some of you do too. I like things to match. I like things to be even. Um, I just have a thing about numbers. And like last week, they charged me for like 91 items, and I only clicked 84 items, and I was like, oh no, that's right. Currently listening to 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So far, really enjoying it. I'll have to write that one down. I keep the pop-out chat up, and then at the end, when it's over, later that night, I go back and I just scan the pop-out chat because I do miss people's comments. I'm real bad about that. It's because the screen is way over here. Have actually moved the screen a little closer, but I don't know if that's going to help or not. What's up, Adam? Adam, I still haven't watched your show from the other night. That is on my list. I will watch it. Tell Don I said hello. Awesome. 113. Well, I'm also going to go on Good Friday because I'm off of work. And I'm going to go Saturday now because my company's not coming. They have COVID. But I was going to go on Good Friday, and I was like, well, bummer. I'm going to pay 25 cents more than I usually do on Saturday. But then I thought, well, today I paid 25 cents less than I would have yesterday, so it all evens out. So I may just take Good Friday off and just go do something fun. I don't know. Y'all think the thrift stores are going to be really crowded? I know some of our thrift stores are half off on Good Friday. Thought about going and checking some of those out, but again, when I get my stuff so cheap, why should I go and pay $3.54 for something when I can get it for under $2? It's just not. I don't know. To me, it's just not a good call. I mean, yeah, I might be able to get some other brands, but then everybody and their brother's going to be in there, right? And I don't want to fight it with people and try to stand in line forever. And I don't know. Okay, these have been around a long time. They sold for $15.94. They've been listed since July of 2021. So this is the kind of crap I want to get rid of. And it's so weird because I sell these a lot now. And there's something about these pants that they just didn't sell. No idea why. My internet is really slow. So there's Dress Barn, they have coin pockets. I don't know. I mean, I sell this kind of stuff that I listed last month, but those they just sat there. So this goes to Janice. And she lives in Connecticut. Thank you, Janice. Again, I'm still looking for people who have podcast experience. If you know anybody, please send them my way. I think I've figured out a few things, but I really would like to get a few more suggestions. You can research all you want to, but a lot of these websites, they're just doing it to promote and get money from these companies that sponsor them. And I would really like to hear from people who have actually done podcasts, what worked for them, what did not, before I start buying equipment and before I start signing up for hosting services and stuff like that. I don't, in the meantime, I'm just writing and feel like I'm putting it off, but it's like, well, I can't really do anything right now until I have the material. So 7 Habits audiobook is available on YouTube. Lots of great audiobooks on YouTube. There really are. I mean, probably non-resellers also on Good Friday. Yeah. Beth, looks like you have your webcam dialed in now. Looks good. Oh, thanks. I'm glad. Back home. Yay. Glad you're home, Christy. Yeah, the only problem is, Adam, that whenever I hold up clothes during the day, I'm still going in and out, and I bought a lamp and put it above the camera, and it's still doing it. And I mean, I guess the whole idea is just not to do any videos during the day, but that's really from 12 to 3. That's the time I have. So I guess we're just going to have to put up with it. Happened with the other camera too, but yeah, this is a lot crisper. I like it. All right, this is a pair of capri pants. They sold for $24.07. They were listed in September, and I sell these all the time too. These I love this brand, CJ Banks. In fact, I bought several pairs of pants and tops today from um, this company, Christopher and Banks, but CJ Banks is their plus size line. And there for a while, I wasn't able to find much CJ Banks, but it's starting to pop up more and more. So, Marie in New York again. Thanks, Marie. Speaking of Marie, where's Marie and Justin? Haven't seen them in here in a while. I see her on Instagram all the time with their grandkids. So I'm not going to get to see some of my grandkids on Easter, which is a bummer. But when you're dealing with the big C COVID, they just can't come. My dad is still, getting over pneumonia. Jan is still getting over pneumonia. We just can't have him here in the house. Or I don't know. What's the incubation period now they're saying? I don't know. Somebody told me 5 days afterwards you can go somewhere. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with it. This goes in a padded flat rate for $7.60. No, not padded, just a regular flat rate for $7.60. Almost put legal priority. I think you basically need a good DSL or mirrorless camera that has a good autofocus to handle the quick refocusing. Well, I don't have money for that. They just changed it. I didn't read what they said. They just changed it. I don't know what he's talking about. I must have said something and then Adam replied and I don't know what it was about. My wife has been sick today too, and I'm glad she wasn't sick yesterday. The horse races we needed to get out of the house. We really did. We spend way too much. I love being home, but we needed to get out of here. Here's another one of my new favorite brands to sell, Caribbean Joe. It was listed in March. So for $29.22, I paid $1.75 for this Caribbean Joe. It's, pulling up my camera instead. Managed to do this without my glasses on. This is a really pretty floral dress. See the pattern? So it took less than a month to sell it. The color wheel looks really pretty on there. The color wheel is not just to show the shades, but it's also to show whether or not the item is faded or not. And some of these items that I pick up, I think they're meant to look faded. And so I want them to know it's a faded. I just put faded look on them. They're faded look. This goes to Deborah in League City, Texas, which is just down the road on the way to NASA. Now this feels a little bit heavy. Oh, yeah. Right at 15 ounces. I have a real fondness for horse racing because my uncle had a racehorse and he was also a trainer, and he was 1 inch too tall to be a jockey, although he dated a jockey. But so when we would go up to Indiana, the racetrack, Ellis Park, if any of y'all have ever been to Ellis Park in Kentucky, we would go over the border of Kentucky, and we would go about 3 o'clock in the morning, go to the racetrack, and mess with the horses. And that was really exciting for me because I was never around horses ever. And then that afternoon, we go to the races, and my grandmother used to always yell at my uncle because she wanted him to tell her tips on which horses she should bet on, and he refused. And she's like, why? You know all about these horses. You see them every day. And he's like, I'm not going to be responsible for you betting. So she used to yell at him. Okay, this is Worthington. I picked up a lot of Worthington Day. Worthington is starting to sell again for me. It stopped for a while. 23.53. This was listed in January. So today I picked them up. I don't even care what size they are. For some reason, this brand is starting to pick up traction again in my store. And they have a lot of career tops. I don't think I've ever seen a dress, but they have a lot of dress pants. This one had a tie at the end. So I'm just going ahead and keep picking up Worthington. Now that was an extra large, which I consider like a plus size, but this goes to Hope. I think Hope is a repeat buyer. Thanks, Hope. And she lives in North Carolina. Barry, if you're still here, Barry probably came and gave me a thumbs up and then left. This is past Barry's bedtime. When I go see Barry, I guess I'm probably going to have to, I'm probably not going to be up very late because he's probably going to go to bed early. Santa goes to bed early, I think. I may be wrong. Although, he did call me at 1 o'clock in the morning one time. But I think he'd been traveling. So, all right, this is 10 ounces. My dogs are confused. She's taking them out a different door. They think they should be going out this door. Haven't seen any more spiders since the exterminator came. I am so happy. Oh, the COVID times. They changed it. You didn't read what they said. Yeah. On the bright side, it will be full-time soon. I know. We were just saying that the other day that we should have, heated the pool. I like it heated to 90 when it's not summer. I'm a chicken. I don't like cold water. It's kind of like bath water when it's 90. And she's like, man, you should have heated the pool. I need to watch the weather more. Can stay home in the pool. That's what I'm thinking. I have to look and see what the weather's going to be on Friday. Are they trotters or sprint horse racing there? There's all different ones. There's thoroughbreds. There's grass races. There's actual dirt, races on the dirt. There's all the way. I don't know how my wife knows all that. They go all the way around the track. Then there's one where they go 3/4 around the track. It doesn't make any sense to me. I just like to watch them run and cheer and watch people. There's a guy there that he looks like Elvis. He's all in. Everybody's taking their picture with him. He's cool. My keyboard needs to be replaced soon. Oh, he has to get up early to supervise the elves. Yep, I'm still here. I'm a night owl. Okay, well, I was wondering, Barry. I have to go now. Going to bed. Doctor's appointment in the morning. Oh, Leticia. Okay, we will pray for you, Leticia, that you have a good doctor's appointment tomorrow. I hope everything goes okay. Everybody's saying bye. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to call you today, Barry, but I thought, no, it's Barry's turn. Okay, this went for a whopping $18.03. It was listed in November. I had stopped picking these up, but this is one I did not have. This is Hard Rock Cafe. I used to pick them up all the time, so they had a pretty big selection. And this one is Riviera Maya. I thought that was kind of a cool shirt right there. So I went ahead and took $10 for it. What the heck? I like to have items that are cheap and then some that are, a little higher priced. I like to have both so I can get people into my store. There is have you ever had an item that you consider a bad penny? Well, I have the Secret Treasures pajama top. Twice I've had to cancel the order for non-payment. I thought it was the same buyer, but I went back and looked and it wasn't. But the one last week, I gave her 96 hours to pay, but I gave her an offer and she wrote back and she goes, I'm on disability. I can't afford that. So I'm going to send you the best I can do. She sent me like a $10 offer and I said, okay. And I took it and she didn't pay and she didn't pay and she didn't pay. And then she starts writing me and saying, well, I can't pay till such and such date. And I said, well, eBay's going to cancel the order and it'll be relisted. And then later on you can repurchase it. So then I guess she got mad and she writes me back and she goes, look, I'm on disability. I have been very honest with you. I have kept you informed and I want to know if I can use my coupon on this item. And I said, no, you can't. It was an offer and it's already been canceled. So I don't know if she'll ever buy it again, but it's a bad penny. It's been canceled twice, which means it was taken off of Poshmark. I don't have a relisting program because that would be I don't have a cross listing program because those would be the only ones that I would cross list are the canceled orders. So there's not that many, but I just wanted to say, why are you buying things when you can't afford them or when you don't have the money in your account? Like, I'm not a layaway program. I don't know. Just move on. And I put it back in the queue. I put it back with drafts. I don't relist it right away. I make them suffer. I know that it's kind of like a passive aggressive thing. I make them suffer. And they'll message me and they'll go, I thought you were going to relist it. And I'm like, it's in the queue. eBay will relist it eventually. This was a really cute skirt. This sold for $22.89. It was listed in December. This is a cute skirt. This is another brand that I've been picking up quite a bit. Where's Maggie, by the way? I think Maggie likes this brand. Sag Harbor has been doing really well for me, and especially in the plus sizes. But this is a really, really pretty skirt here. And so I picked up quite a few Sag Harbors today. So I go through, what's sold over the last 90 days before I go shopping. And that kind of helps me in my mind go, okay, this is selling, this is selling. I haven't seen one of these sell in a while. Maybe I should not pick it up. And that just kind of helps me. Like right now, I'm not really picking up Live and Let Live much because it's kind of on the downward sales right now. It'll pick back up though. And I have so much of it. And Chico's, I'm being very selective because I have so much of it. But it sells. In fact, I think my bundle sale on Poshmark is two Chicos. Bye, Lisa. No, bye, Leticia. Says Leticia. I sold a sweater for $120. They returned it for fit. I relisted it for $200, and it sold again yesterday for full price. I hope they keep it. I hope so too, Crystal. That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes it's good if you just raise the price. Because that'll kind of help you also compensate for any money that if you had to, I don't know if you have free returns. I kind of think you don't. But if you do have free returns, you have to pay the shipping back. And that kind of helps compensate. So far, I haven't had that many returns recently. So I'm glad about that. I have them, and then they just don't send them back. That's what ends up happening. They forget about them. Okay, I think that's all the eBay orders. Yep, all the eBay orders. Let me see what my number is here. I think I'm down 2.2% from last month. I have 2 items eligible to send offers. I will send offers. Typically, when I wake up in the morning, I have anywhere from 5 to 15 items eligible to send offers. All right, this is the bundle sale. It sold for $40. 2 Chico's tops. Made $32, and let's just say, so I make $28 on the whole thing. If I paid $2, I don't know how much I paid for these, but. So here's the first one, and here's the second one. There's the first one. That's kind of cute, huh? And there's the second one. That one's nothing to write home about. That one's very, very soft, though. I remember that top. So $40 for 2 tops. I'll take it. Oops, I marked it as shipped. Whoops. Got to figure out what I'm going to put this in because I kind of think I want to put it in a priority A. Lori in Superior, Colorado thinks Lori. I think I want to put it in a priority A box, and then I don't have to worry about trying to cram it into a padded flat rate. There will be some space, but that's okay. Where did I end up? Everybody's congratulating Crystal. No, you don't do free return. I didn't think so. So you weren't out any money on the return. So what kind of sweater was that, Crystal? What brand? Was it vintage? I'm sure it was vintage, wasn't it? This is going to kind of bounce around here, but I don't really care. Not too bad. It's better than making it a big puffy envelope. Those are really hard to open. You know, I get stuff all the time and I'm thinking, man, they really cram this stuff in here. I'm afraid I'm going to cut the material. And I'm sure that's what they're thinking when they get some of my packages that are really crammed in those padded flat rates. Oh, Johnny Was. Yeah. You know what? I've never seen a Johnny Was in person, ever. Nope, never have. I look for them, but I don't see them. All right, here's another Sag Harbor. I thought I pulled this other one, but I guess I didn't. $20. Sold at $20. I don't know. I don't know why anybody would pay $20 for this, but it's nothing special. It's a sweater, V-neck. It's listed in January. I'll take it. The other one, I guess I didn't pull yet. It just sold a little while ago. This goes to Dorinda in Garland, Texas. That's near Dallas. That's like 15 minutes out of Dallas. If you weren't here earlier when I announced it, I'm going to have a premiere tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central, where I'm going to be comparing the bullet journal to the Happy Planner and giving you pros and cons of each, and then show you how I've integrated both of them together. I'm very happy with that. I'm still making adjustments. I miss bullet journaling though. I put all my bullet journaling videos back up, by the way. And then Wednesday or Thursday, depending on, I know I'm taking my dogs to the groomers on Wednesday morning, but they should be back in time. So I'm gonna try to shoot for Wednesday at 1 for our live working hangout, and I will do my thrift haul then. And if anybody wants to work Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday mornings, I can work for 1 hour with you. Would love to do that. Just hang out and work. All right, I'll go ahead and show you this last item that sold that I haven't pulled. Again, it's Poshmark. Poshmark's just, I don't think I got much for this. $16. That's not bad. I think I listed it in January. This was kind of cute. And it's unusual. It's an unusual, I've never sold it before. This Disney Mickey Mouse women's shirt. It's really cute. Look at the bottom of it. See? It's really cute. It's an extra small and went for $16. So that's not bad at all for a Disney shirt. So I profited $10.78, which means my VA probably sent her an offer and offered to pay a little bit of the shipping. I think I have 30% off, and they have to pay $5.95 shipping. That's what my VA is sending out. So maybe about $8, almost $9 on that one. You've had one, Johnny was, Christy, lucky you. We have a store here in Cali, so we get it occasionally in the thrift store. Oh, lucky. Here in Oklahoma, there's several brands I never see. Oh, there's lots of brands I never see. By the time I go, everybody's gotten them. Crystal says she's even found them at the bins. Wow. The only thing I find at the bins, like I find like Pendleton and stuff like that, but it's all trashed, or Tory Burch. There's always something wrong with them at the bins. Good night, everyone. Gonna go relax a little. Bye, Adam. I'll watch your show. Sometime tonight I'll watch it. Everybody's saying good night. Okay, well, that's shipping for tonight, guys. I hope you'll join me tomorrow night on my premiere. And we will talk to you later. Y'all have a great night. Bye.